Hello and assalamu alaikum from my side. My name is Syed Mahad and I'm a student from my art school online academy, level 1 batch 4. This is my colony session from level 1. I know you guys are not familiar with Vapi AI, and neither am I. And this is not Sesame, I know, but we're gonna be talking to it anyway. Basically, what Vapi AI is, it has like an assistant we can talk to. We can code something. I haven't tried the coding feature yet, so I'm not really sure what the coding thing is, but we can chat, we can chat, we can test it, we can talk to it. Now, we can create a new assistant. As you can see, these are the five, uh, seven uh templates we can choose, and we can name them anything. I don't Now, this is the default one. It's Alex. The voice is Elliot, and this is Ellie. Okay. Now, if I go to voice, I could choose a provider. Then who is the provider for the voice, and I could choose whose voice. I have chose Harry over here. And then after doing it, we can name it, and then we can just publish. Boom. Okay, so and we can choose a model. Bro, I just like GPT-5. I mean, it is the latest, and yeah, that's it. Our assistant is ready. Let me just go publish, and we'll talk to the assistant. I have a bunch of questions. uh, I have a bunch of questions on the topic of conversations and communication. Okay. uh Let me just talk to our assistant. Guys, I think I didn't us like here hurting right there, but I'm just gonna continue the question, conversation anyway. Hey,
Hi there. How can I help you today?
um, I have some questions. Could you help me out on them?
Absolutely. What are your questions? If it helps, you can share any background or context, and I'll tailor the answers to your situation.
All right. My question, the first one is about the topic. Is just a basic warm up for you. So, what does it mean
Sounds
to
good.
communicate when something goes wrong?
When something goes wrong, communicating means making sure the right people understand what happened, what it affects, and what will be done next. Good communication in a problem situation is timely, clear, and constructive. In practice, it usually includes acknowledgement. Say that there's an issue. Don't minimize or hide it. Facts first, share what is known, what isn't known yet, and how you're investigating. Avoid speculation. Impact, explain who is affected, how severely, and for how long, or best estimate. Ownership, identify who is responsible for fixing it and how to reach them. Next steps, outline immediate actions, mitigation, and the plan to resolve the problem. Timing, give an initial update up to the quickly, then provide regular updates until it's resolved, even if the update is no change yet. Transparency and honesty. Admit mistakes, avoid blame shifting, and correct misinformation. Empathy. Recognize the inconvenience or harm to others. Apologize where appropriate. Appropriate channels. Use the right medium for the audience. e-charge incident page for customers, team chat for internal, email for stakeholders. Closure and learning. When resolved, share what happened, the fix, and what will be done to prevent recurrence, post-mortem or summary. Communicating well when things go wrong, builds trust, reduces confusion and duplication, and helps coordinate an effective response.
Okay, nice. Just remember to give me like short answers, so our call lasts longer, and I can ask you more
I'm not sure I
questions.
understand. Could you clarify what you'd like me to? Got it. Short answers. What's your next question?
Um, why is communication important in different situations?
Aligns understanding, reduces confusion and errors. Coordinates action, helps people work together efficiently. Builds trust and relationships, shows respect, reliability, empathy. Informs decisions, shares facts, context, and risks. Manages expectations, clarifies timelines, roles, and outcomes. Resolves conflict, surfaces issues, and finds common ground. Ensures safety and compliance. Conveys critical rules and alerts. Motivates and engages. Provides purpose, feedback, and recognition. Adapts to audience and context. Tailors message for effectiveness.
All right. A little more short. And what usually causes communication to fail during different types of problems?
Assumptions and ambiguity, unclear goals, jargon, vague language, missing info or late updates, silence, slow responses, outdated data, wrong channel, audience, message doesn't reach or fit recipients, stress and emotion, panic, defensiveness, blame, cognitive overload, too much info, no prioritization, poor listening, interruptions, not confirming understanding, conflicting messages, inconsistent sources, no single owner, cultural time zone barriers, norms, language, availability, tech failures, tools down, access issues, lack of trust, psych safety, people hide problems or risks.
All right. My next question is, how can good communication fix misunderstandings?
Go ahead, what's your next question?
What how can good communication fix misunderstandings?
Clarify terms, define keywords, avoid jargon, restate in plain language. Check understanding, ask, what did you hear? And paraphrase back. Provide context, explain background, goals, and constraints. Use concrete examples. Show, don't just tell. Confirm facts, verify sources, share accurate, up-to-date info. Align expectations. State roles, timelines, and the next steps. Reduce emotion, stay calm, focus on issues, not people. Choose the right channel. Synchronous talk for nuance. Written for record. Document decisions, summarize agreements and action items. Follow up recap, invite questions, and correct quickly if needed.
Okay. Now, what are some common mistakes people make when explaining problems?
Great. Want to ask another, or should I summarize the key common mistakes when explaining problems? Vague description, missing systems, scope, or impact.
Wait, wait.
No context, omitting background, recent changes, or environment. Got it. Ask when ready.
What are some common mistakes people make when explaining problems?
Being vague, unclear symptoms, scope, or impact. Skipping context. No background, recent changes, or environment. Assuming knowledge, using jargon or acronyms without defining. Blaming instead of describing facts. Mixing causes with effects. Jumping to conclusions. Not reproducing steps. Missing exact timeline and sequence. Cherry picking data. Ignoring contradictory evidence. Overloading with noise. Not prioritizing key details. No ownership or ask. Unclear what help is needed. Missing visuals, logs, no evidence to support claims. Lack of structure, no summary details, then next steps, not confirming audience understanding or requirements.
Okay. Why do people panic
Noted. If you want, I
or
can give a
stay
one-line checklist
silent?
for that, or we can move to your next, because a one-line checklist makes it faster to remember and apply. It helps you avoid the mistakes without reading a long explanation.
Oh, sorry, I didn't meant to say why. My next question is why do people panic or stay silent when something goes wrong?
Fear, blame, punishment, reputation damage, uncertainty, don't know cause, impact, or what to say yet, lack of psychological safety, past backlash for speaking up, authority/ownership gaps, not my job, or waiting for leaders, cognitive overload, stress narrows thinking, fight/flight, freeze, cultural norms, deference, saving face, avoid bad news, tool process gaps, no clear channel, template, or incident playbook, perceive futility, think it won't help or won't be heard, embarrassment ego, admitting mistakes feels risky.
Okay, guys, as you saw there, it said cultural norms. As you can see, I even highlighted it in blue. Cultural norms. That's what TED Talks teach us, and I think by myself, from my thoughts, that was a pretty great, fresh, amazing start. So this call is about to end anyway. Yeah, as you can see, it just ended because uh the time was like over. Maximum is 10 minutes, and also because I stayed muted. So let me just see the time. 12 minutes done. All right. Let me just get on to the other one now. Let me uh get on to the other call. Hello, dear assistant.
Hi there, how can I help you today?
Um, with more questions, please.
Sure, what would you like questions about? I can generate fun icebreaker questions, deep reflection prompts, trivia, general knowledge or specific topics, technical interview questions, language learning practice questions, creative writing prompts, career coaching/self assessment questions.
Wait.
Tell me the topic. No problem. Take your time. When you're ready, tell me what kind of questions you'd like, topic, difficulty, purpose, and I'll tailor them for you.
I want you to answer some questions on a specific topic of communication and conversations and the emotions and feelings.
Got it. We'll focus on communication and conversations, especially the emotions and feelings involved, to make sure I answer exactly what you need. Do you already have specific questions you want me to answer? Or would you like me to generate a set of questions on this topic and then answer them? If you prefer, I can start by proposing a few common, insightful questions and provide clear answers. For example, one, what makes a conversation feel emotionally safe? Two, how can I express emotions without escalating conflict? Three, how do I handle someone who shuts down or goes silent? Four, what's the difference between empathy, validation, and agreement? Five, how
Wait,
can I set boundaries without hurting feelings? Of course, I'll pause. Whenever you're ready, just share your questions or how you'd like me to proceed.
so my first question is how does the tone of How does tone of voice affect how others respond in these moments?
Tone of voice is one of the strongest meaning shapers in conversation. People often respond more to how something sounds than to the literal words. Here's how tone affects responses, especially in emotional moments. Emotional contagion. Calm, warm tones regulate the other person's nervous system. Sharper, clipped tones elevate arousal and defensiveness. People mirror what they hear. Perceived intent. A curious, open tone signals, I'm trying to understand, inviting cooperation. A sarcastic or impatient tone signals, you're wrong, annoying, inviting resistance or withdrawal. Safety versus threat. Softer volume, slower pace, and steady pitch are read as safe. Loud, fast, or erratic pitch triggers threat detection, even if the words are kind. Respect and status, even measured tone conveys respect and self regulation, which earns respect back. A contemptuous tone, eye rolling voice, scoff, sing song, is the strongest predictor of conflict escalation. Clarity of emotion. A congruent tone, sad words in a sad tone, builds trust. Incongruent tone, saying I'm fine, in a tight, irritated voice, creates confusion or mistrust. Space to think, pauses, and gentle pacing give the other person time to process, reducing interruptions and misfires. Rapid fire tone pressures and provokes errors or shutdowns. Ownership versus blame. A reflective tone, when using I statements, reduces defensiveness. An accusatory tone, even with I words, still feels like blame. Practical adjustments you can use in the moment. Breathe and lower your shoulders before speaking. It naturally softens, tone. Drop your volume slightly, slow your first sentence by 10 to 15%, and aim for a steady pitch. Lead with curiosity. Can you help me understand in a genuinely wondering tone? Name your emotion plainly with a steady tone. I'm feeling frustrated and I want to work this out. Soften edges with and instead of but. I hear you and I see a different piece. Use short sentences and brief pauses after key points. Let them respond. If you notice heat rising, narrate and reset. I'm getting heated. Let me slow down. Quick self check during a tough moment. Would my tone sound safe to a child or a skittish animal? If I record and replay this, does my tone match my intent? Could someone mirror my tone and we'd still be okay? If you'd like, give me a sample line, you might say, and I'll show you two tone options, one that escalates and one that invites connection.
Um, from now on, please give me short questions. My next question
Got it.
is, how can emotional control improve communication?
Emotional control improves communication by reducing defensiveness. A calmer presence lowers the other person's threat response, making them more receptive. Improving clarity, regulated emotions help you choose words, tone, and timing more thoughtfully. Preserving empathy. When you're steady, you can listen, reflect, and validate instead of reacting, enabling problem solving. Calm minds access perspective taking and creative options. Protecting trust, consistent self regulation signals safety and reliability. Preventing escalation. You notice rising intensity and can pause, reframe, or set boundaries early.
What's the first thing a person should do when they realize something has gone wrong?
First, pause and breathe. Then, briefly name what went wrong and your feeling, and ask for a moment. I think we misunderstood. I'm feeling frustrated. Can we slow down and reset?
Yeah, I would like to slow down a little.
Absolutely, we can slow down. What feels fast or overwhelming right now? Would you like shorter answers, more pauses, or step by step guidance? Do you want me to ask one small clarifying question at a time, then wait?
Uh, the the question I asked you about what the thing a person should do when they realize they have done something wrong. I want a better explanation.
Short answer. First, pause and breathe. This stops the emotional spike and gives your brain a moment to think. Next, name the issue and your feeling briefly, without blame. Example, I think I misunderstood. I'm feeling tense. Then ask to reset or repair. Example, can we slow down and figure this out together? Why this works. Quick. Pause, breath shifts you from reflex to choice. Naming reduces confusion and shows accountability. Requesting a reset creates safety and opens collaboration. If you want, I can give a 10-second script for different situations: miscommunication, harsh tone, breaking a boundary.
I'm fine without it.
Understood.
Can
Here's a clear,
you
simple breakdown.
explain what clear communication means in your own words?
Clear communication means your message is easy to understand, feels respectful, and matches your intent. In practice, purpose. You know what you're trying to achieve and stick to it. Simplicity. You use concise, concrete words instead of vague or tangled phrasing. Structure. You give the most important point first, then brief details. Congruence. Your tone and body language match your words. Listening. You check understanding and invite correction. Does that make sense? Relevance. You
Oh
share
no.
only what's needed for this moment.
Oh no.
Clear communication means I hear that something doesn't feel right. Do you want to tell me what's off? I can slow down, give shorter answers, or clarify anything that felt confusing.
No, nothing. How can we recognize a communication issue early on?
Early signs of a communication issue: rising tension signals, faster speech, clipped tone, sighs, eye rolls, talking over each other. Confusion cues: wait, what? Repeated questions, long pauses, mismatched answers. Incongruence: words say fine, but tone, face shows frustration or shut down. Assumptions creeping in, mind reading, finishing their sentences, jumping to conclusions. Loss of turn taking.
Okay. It was kind of funny. He said like, "Wait, what?" I mean, like so in a cartoonish way. Anyways, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you like this video. Uh, subscribe. More Vapi AI video like this. I mean, this one was pretty funny. I hope I do talk to it more. You know what? Let me just go with one more question since this video hasn't reached the least amount of time that it should. A question would be why is identifying? You know what? Let's just talk that would in let's just go chat. Identifying the root cause before oh my god. Alright, this is a little too long. Okay, I don't think it understood me. Okay, in short, reacting without understanding why often treats the pain, not the disease. Root cause identification lets you fix the problem at its source. Alright. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you like this video. Subscribe for more Vapi AI conversations like this. Go try Vapi AI yourself. Uh, talk to their assistant. Make your own assistant. They're really nice. I love how it's better than Sesame and gives like better answers. Um, That said, yeah, once that has been said, bye, and Allah Hafiz, I'll meet you in the other one.